wanted to do a video today on how to change the past. And yeah, it is possible. Time is made up in frames, and when you change the present frame, everything in the future and the past changes, which is why we can go and have readings, and they could happen if we stayed aligned to that state. But if we change our beliefs, we change our thoughts, then we're creating a new slide, and that future is no longer active, and the past changes as well. And this happens all the time. Like when you have a recollection of a memory that at the time just felt horrendous, like maybe when you were at school and you didn't even want to go in the next day because you just thought your life was basically over. And then when you look back and you see it from a whole different perspective, everything was very different. But actually, it just is that your past changed. It's the same as you can have a fallout with somebody, a breakup, and they can be like, I don't care about you, I don't want to be with you anymore. And then they come back and they want to be with you, and they come back and they say, I always loved you, I was just lying, I couldn't admit it back then because I was afraid. Or these situations are situations where we've changed our present, we've changed our beliefs, so the past is filled in. And so we can change the past on any situation, and we can make a past happen that's more in alignment. But to do this, you have to change your present and your present beliefs on it. So, if someone said, I never want to see you ever again, but you change your energy, then you'll find out that actually, that argument wasn't really that big a deal. You can revise exactly how much impact it had at the time, and you can shift it, and you can create something that's more desirable for you going into the future, and you can revise the past. We do it all the time. And the more you understand that you are the creator of your experience and everything is you, the easier it is to do this and to accept this. I had it come up recently because I got triggered. I had an argument with somebody, not even really an argument, but I was like, and I revised it, and then I kid you not, a day later, it all happened over WhatsApp, and a day later, less than a day, my WhatsApp just wouldn't open. I couldn't use it. I did everything to try and get it back. I deleted so much off my phone, still wouldn't come back. In the end, I had to end up deleting the app and reinstalling it, and when I got all my messages back, they were all from 2018. So I basically lost any negative interactions that I had with this person because I didn't know them to the time that it went back to. So I actually lost it was probably a bit of a mixed manifestation, because not only was I manifesting that, I was just manifesting a change in behavior. So basically what I did was I lost all of the signs and evidence that behavior ever existed. I mean, whilst I keep it conscious, but you can actually get to the point where your memories start to change. I don't know if any of you have had this, but you start to, like, the past starts to become hazy, and you kind of start to remember it differently. Like what I was saying with school, when it just seemed like it was earth-shattering and your life would never be the same, and then you look back and you're like, oh. Or when you have this connection with somebody who says they don't want to be with you and they don't have any feelings, and then they come back and they say, oh, I was just afraid and I was completely madly in love with you at the time. I had this happen. I had a guy that I dated when I was very young, and I just left school, and we split up because, well, I'm not going to go into details, and I just was like, oh, well, I'm off to uni anyway, no big deal. Tried to like look all cool about it. Was really heartbroken for a long, long time. And reasonably recently, like a few years ago, this guy came back after 15 years. And I remember we bumped into each other after that in a club. And I remember just playing it really cool and being like, this guy has to chase me, and looking like I wasn't interested. And then we had to work together a bit, and I actually remember certain, like, it's so loose, like I actually have basically pretty much forgotten it. Like I'm having to really, really try and recall for this video. Like I'm sure there was some situations where I felt like he was really mean to me at work, and made me feel like just, I don't know, just didn't feel that he was interested at all. And yeah, he came back to me a few years ago and was like, I meant so much to me back then. You were actually the only person I've really loved and could ever see myself marrying. Like, I think I was actually in love with you, and I just didn't know how to deal with the feelings, and I just couldn't handle it. And when I saw you in that thing, I genuinely just thought you weren't interested in me, and you did a really good job of hiding it, because I just didn't realize. And I was really devastated over this guy, and I just thought he did not give a shit. So that's a situation where you can quite easily change how a past played out. You can just create them coming forwards and having a different story about the past than what you remembered happening. And that, I like revision. I like doing it. You can also say, oh, this person remembered my birthday, and they bought me a really nice present for my birthday, and it was really thoughtful and meaningful. And if you didn't manage to manifest that, you can still get something like that in hindsight. Somebody can still say, I mean, I've done that to people. I've been busy or whatever, and not been able to really get to the post office, and then I've sent their present late, or they could say, oh, I ordered you something and it didn't come. There's so many ways that you can revise the past, but it all just stems on you changing who you are in the now. So the now is responsible for the past, it's responsible for the future. And if you want to change the past and the future, then you just have to work on changing the now. And there's so many different techniques for doing that, but it ultimately is just down to belief, and it's down to feeling. And yeah, that will change all of the experiences from the future and the past.